on this internet, you are not smart at all. You act as if you have sense, but you don't have sense. And that's why we need to pass English before going to school in an English speaking nation. Because speaking in English, communicating in English, typing in English no means that you get sense.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Azine Williams. How are you all doing? Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are fine. If you're new to this channel, kindly click on the subscription button, click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. Okay guys, so I get plenty gist for you guys, but I'm going to start with Big Brother South Africa. Yes guys, the ongoing Big Brother Mzansi has raised a lot of concerns for the viewers because of a particular conversation that happened yesterday. It happened between housemates Mahekhe and Brovob. I hope I got their names correctly. Yes, guys. So in that conversation, they hinted at wanting to sleep with female housemates while they were drunk, which we all know sleeping with somebody or having sexual relationship with somebody without their consent is rape. Yes, guys. And this guy, Brovob, was actually telling Mahekhe without, mixing words. It was crazy. And I think the female housemates that were involved are Leima and Mpumi. Like, they even mentioned that Sinaya was weak, that, like, for their own satisfaction, they would love to do that, make sure they are drunk and sleep with them. And when I saw that conversation, it was all shades of wrong and disgusting. Honestly, I was waiting for Big Brother to either hand them some strikes or disqualify them because this is not a good look for the show. And while I was doing my research on that, I also stumbled upon this gist that the reason why the Big Brother South Africa was stopped for, I think, 5 years was because a particular male housemate actually did assault a female housemate while in the house. It was said that the particular female housemate was drunk while that happened, and she did not even know that something like that had gone down until the next morning when the guy started bragging about it. That was when she heard it, and obviously she was furious about it. And this happened while the 24 hours cameras was on, and yeah, and imagine a show that has that history and having somebody come on the show to say something like that. I actually was expecting Big Brother to take a quick action because you have females in that house that you actually do not want to endanger. Imagine a guy having this confidence saying things like that. Like when I saw that Brovob and that Mahekhe, honestly, I did not for the life of me think that they will have such a sinister mind, especially that Brovob. Well, Big Brother called them into the diary room and narrated the whole scene to them. Mahekhe was kind of like somehow about it. Brovob was, feeling very remorseful and all that. But even if he was feeling remorseful, for me, I feel like that's not enough punishment because for you to actually sit and be spewing that kind of a thing from your mouth, nah, it's something that probably he might be used to or might be doing without the cameras. My own 2 cents. Anyways, moving on, let's talk about some Big Brother Niger gist. Yes, guys. So Kaisha, you guys remember Kaisha from the 2020 edition of the Big Brother, that is Big Brother Lockdown, was being shamed for having this massive shop where they sell provisions and, groceries in bulk. Like, I don't understand how people think. You see someone with this level of shop or store, which is basically the way I'm seeing it. This person looks like a distributor of this product, and you are trying to shame the person. I don't get it. Do you even know how much these things are worth? Even if the person is selling it retail, do you know how much a carton of noodles costs now? And you are shaming somebody for having this massive shop because, they don't come on social media to live a lavish, lifestyle. Well, later we actually saw that this person is actually Kaisha's sister. But even at that, you see, that's the problem with some BB Niger fans. You guys are always, carried away with what you see on social media and not actually what the fact is. I keep saying it that social media is not real life. That you see that your fave, looks like they are balling on social media does not mean that they are actually balling in real life. The fact that, you don't see some of these housemates always in our faces on social media does not mean that they are living a miserable life. Like, Imagine trying to shame a whole CEO that's controlling millions of naira. Do you even know how much that is worth? Ha! Anyways, moving on from that, Tacha is in the news today. Yes, guys. So what has happened? What did Tacha do? Okay, guys. So you guys remember that Tacha appeared on the last episode of Fina's podcast, Spill with Fina, where they talked about polygamy and all of that. They touched on different people or different topics in that episode of Spill with Fina. And in the course of the show, Tasha actually did mention that Fina wouldn't she prefer to marry, even if it's an older man, that approaches her, that has a lot of money, and while she was saying that, she made mention of something along the lines of, oh, I mean, that way you will not have to be waking up 4 a.m. to cook. I mean, what rubbish cooking are you even waking up 4 a.m. to do when there's a chef, to cook for you? There is this, there is that, and you will not even stress yourself because you married a man that is rich. Now, when that came out, a lot of people started talking about it. Like, there was a lot of opinions being given about different segments of the show. Now, fast forward to this afternoon, Mommy Z. Now, if you do not know Mommy Z, maybe you've not been on Twitter, or maybe you're just not a Nigerian. I'll tell you who this lady is. So early this month, so this lady tweeted about how she had to wake up by 4 or 4:30 a.m. to cook for her husband because a colleague of her husband brought food for the husband and brought 2 spoons at the office. So in order to prevent her husband from, getting snatched, she decided to wake up and cook for the husband as early as 4 a.m. Now, this brought about a lot of discussions, arguments on Twitter, and she started getting money. And like that, babe got over 20 million naira via donations from people. Yes, guys, organizations, companies started donating stuff to her and giving her stuff like luck shined on her just because of that tweet. Now, some people have been saying that Tacha was dragging Mommy Z on Fina's podcast. Now, this person came under Mommy Z's post and said, Tacha, they talk to you anyhow, you no go cook her. Now, Mommy Z responded and said, person wey no get sense, meaning Tacha doesn't have sense. Now, Tacha saw it and she was furious. This is her reply to Mommy Z. She said, take a look at this homeless piece of shit with zero self-esteem, zombie that has zero ability to think for herself at her big age. Really hope you use all that community funds you got from begging to actually send your daughter to a good school. That way she doesn't turn out this stupid, hating on a fellow woman because it is popular to do so, or waking up 4 a.m. to cook rubbish for a long throat hungry looking man. See, it will never be my fault you all don't understand contest, and to even think I was praising this fool on an episode of the Big Friday show is just funny. Yes, guys, so basically what we see here is Tacha responding to what Mommy Z has said. What do I think about this? First of all, I like to say context matters. Like, we as the viewers, as Nigerians, we have this thing where we just jump into conclusion just because one person has said something and you feel like that person, every other person is supporting the person, then you don't actually want to think for yourself. Then you jump into the bandwagon because it's popular to do so. It actually takes me back to Doyin's Corners show where she talked with, I think the one she had with Alex, where she talked about how Nigerians have this whole bandwagon mentality. It's almost as if we are too weak to think for ourselves. And I feel like it's a crazy thing and it's not a nice thing to do. Now, coming back to Tacha, I saw that podcast with Fina, and the way I saw it, Tacha was basically saying, if you marry a rich man, you don't have to wake up by 4 a.m. to cook. And it was not like it was even a topic. It was more like something that was said in a passing, like, what rubbish cooking are you going to be doing by 4 a.m.? You say your husband, the cook or the chef is taking care of everything. Now, for me, I didn't see that as insulting Mommy Z. So Mommy Z actually saying that, person when no get sense, I feel like that's really unprovoked. Honestly. So if Tacha is coming to a cutlass fight with a bazooka gun, I honestly wouldn't blame her, even though I feel like what she said was a bit too much, especially with the daughter and the husband. But then again, when you provoke people, when they did nothing to you and you provoke them, you actually cannot sit and dictate how they would respond or what they would do to retaliate or come back at you. But you see the thing here, this social media thing is very frail, because today everybody's like, Mommy Z is the perfect African woman, the example of the African woman. Every other woman that comes up to have a different opinion about that, people feel like they are jealous and they are feminists. I don't even know when feminism became a bad thing. I don't know, maybe Nigerian feminism is another thing altogether. People just feel like, oh, you are a hater, blah 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 blah. But you see the thing, the tables always turn. Because this same Tacha, people are saying, oh, Tacha does not know anything. Tacha is an Olodo. Tacha is this. I could remember back in 2020 during the NSAS protest. Who was that one female celebrity from the Big Brother house that actually went all out, traveled, defied all odds to go, be the voice of the voiceless, stand when other celebrities or BB Niger people were standing on the fence? She became a voice. She was on channels. She was speaking out. Then everybody was like, oh, Tacha, oh, wonderful, wonderful, praising her. But right now, she's an Olodo, according to some people. You see, that's how it turns. I just pray that Mommy Z should just enjoy the grace God has given her and not involve herself in any of these controversies or scandals or beef, because trust me, it won't pay at the end of the day. Now God has blessed her. She has gotten favor from big companies like Indomie noodles and all of that. Let her just shall be enjoying the blessings God has given her. Don't let these people get into her head. I mean, just coming out to say, oh, a person will not get sense so that people will hail you for whatever reason. Sha just doesn't make any sense to me. For Tacha, I feel like the insult or the comeback was way too much for what was said, and no need involving her husband or the child, totally unnecessary. Last Nigeria and Sha just want drama. You see those Twitter people, they just want people that will be opposing each other, rivals, beef. Yeah, that's what they want. They will not tell you don't fold, oh, don't fold, oh. I'm sure that's what they are writing to Mami Z at the moment. Oh, you are right. The worst thing anybody, celebrity or not, can do or do to themselves is to be listening to the voice of these people on social media. Because trust me, just as they're bringing you up or hyping you, it's still the same way they can't wait to bring you down. Yes, it's crazy, but that's the honest truth. That's my own 2 cents on all these matters. Let me know your thoughts on all, from the Big Brother Mzansi shocking stuff to Kaisha being shamed for owning a multi-million naira store, to the case of Tacha and our African woman representative, Mommy Z. And on that note, I'd like to say a very big thank you to you all for being part of my channel. If you have not yet subscribed, kindly click on the subscription button, click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. Until I come your way again, I remain your darling girl, Azine Williams. Have yourself a beautiful, wonderful day ahead.